Y'all back here with another bopper, super bop. And I know it's been a while, but your boy has been going through it. But it's okay. We gonna be alright. We gonna make it through it. But your boy's been going through it. So life has just been lifing. So that's why I haven't been posting. But I know y'all not really here for that. But just know, Bully gonna be alright. You know, I kind of just got my voice back so now I can talk. My tonsils were swollen at one point where I couldn't talk. Now I can talk. And I got a nice surprise for y'all. So hopefully y'all like my sweater. I mean, actually, this is a blanket. My grandma made this blanket. Y'all don't clown me. It's okay. Grandma love right here. Nah, but I got a really good treat for y'all. And I had this rifle for a while. And I haven't. So hold on, wait. Before I get into it, we made it to 100 subscribers, y'all.
Victory screech!
This has been an adventure. I'm glad that people have been tuning into the channel. I'm glad that you guys actually want to stick around and see what your boy got to say. So I appreciate all the new subscribers we had. I wanted to address you guys sooner, but again, I couldn't talk. So I can talk now. So I'm just going to shout out to y'all, man. So like I said, tell your friends to come join if they want to learn about anything I'm talking about, really, you know what I'm saying? But this is definitely going to be the AK Airsoft channel, though. Just believe that it's going to be an AK gun channel. It's going to be anything involving AK you're going to find here. We going to, you know, so either way. So, yeah, shout out to all the subscribers. I'm glad y'all came, and I'm glad y'all sticking around. But back to this. So, I got something nice for y'all. Picked it up. I've been sitting on this gun for a little bit now, and I'm surprised that it kind of took off. So like I said, this is gonna be kind of like a reveal type video. I'm not gonna do a review on it yet because usually when I do airsoft reviews, I like to play with the gun. I at least want to get 4 matches in with the gun. So for those who don't know, I have an E&L AK-12 paratrooper model. I'm like 2 games away from giving it a full like review because I don't want to give y'all no play with the gun once and it was a review. Nah, I like to play with the gun multiple times and so I can give y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this is kind of gonna be on that same guideline when I do it. So y'all want to see what I got? Shh. I'll show you. Boom. Yes, I finally got the Arcturus, and I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but oh well. I finally got an Arcturus AK-12. Yes, limited edition. Yes, you know I had to go, and you know the reason why I went with the Arcturus AK-12, especially this edition, is Arcturus, they have really good quality when it comes to like their replica firearms. They pretty much hit it on the head, man. Like they're really accurate when it comes to the markings and the different fire mode the gun has. Like Arcturus really did their research when it came to making the AK-12 updated version. So you just can't get no better than Arcturus AK-12. You definitely had to pick me one up. And I'm surprised that these guns kind of took off because originally these guns wasn't really taking off like that. But now I sat and I tried to do more research on, you know, AK-12s, and not really just this version of AK-12, not AK-12 in general, just this version of AK-12. So kind of just been, you know, looking up stuff and really haven't seen people buy them. And then I'll kid you not, like last weekend, E-Vike sold out of all of them. And then now people are I'm starting to see them more online, and they started to get a little bit more of a following. But like I said, if you want to step into this limited edition Arcturus 12 route, I mean, these guns ain't cheap. Like I'm not gonna lie, this is probably like my most expensive AEG right now. And some people praise it, some people are like, it's all right. But one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. I'm definitely can't wait to really do a good review because I'm gonna critique this gun heavily, like heavily, because even though they do have a good rep, when you're paying upwards to close $500 in some cases, some people paying $500 in some cases for this gun, we definitely got to critique it. Now, I remember when these limited edition Arcturus AK-12 wasn't costing that much, and I kid you not, like every week they just kept going up in price. So I was like, you know, I got to snatch one up before they just keep crawling up. So let's pop this box open. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you guys already done heck of reviews, especially if you plan on buying one. But I'm not gonna dig too deep in all what it comes with. But it does come with some good. I'm gonna just dig deep into all what it comes with, because I just rather focus on other stuff. And again, here's the for all you number people out there. And when I chronoed it, when I bought it at the store, I bought it from the store. When I chronoed it, it was shooting like threes, I think 3.32s, I think, at like 260. No, sorry, like 370-ish. That's pretty hot. And then I told the dude to chrono with 0.2s, and then it was chronoing at 395. So definitely a hot boy for sure. Why is this thing flipped? Hold on. I flipped the thing around. I don't know why it was the other way, but definitely a hot boy. Like I said, I do like how it comes with a mid cap and a high cap. This is the high cap, I believe. Yeah, this is the high cap. I like how it comes with that. I wish it was 2 mid caps, but I can see why they put a high cap in there. I kind of like mid cap just because I don't got to keep winding in and give away my position. So, and then plus 2, just the mid caps are just way more responsive in my opinion. But like I said, it's not a bad high cap though. So I mean, they could have gave us 1, but I like the fact that they gave us 2. So can't get mad, can't get too mad at that. So this is the rifle. This is the AK-12 now. So okay, so now this is weird. So AK-12. So this is kind of like the newer version of the AK-12. Apparently AK-12 has 3 generations. The first generation, which you will always see, which pretty much everyone pretty much has, but and the one I have in front of me is their Gen 2 with a different stock, different handguards to an extent. The handguards are kind of similar when it comes to other AK-12s, but that's pretty much the biggest thing is the stock and the iron sights. Put this thing out real quick. Oh, don't get stuck on me now. Don't get stuck. Oh. So, like I said, the weight of it feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the cosmetics of this gun is beautiful, like really beautiful. I like the weight of it. It's not too heavy. It's like a most of the parts on here is like polymer, like a good heavy polymer. I like the compensator. The compensators, even on the AK-12 and on the updated AK-12 version, even this is different than the regular AK-12 muzzle device. Sorry. Oh yeah, another critique I kind of have on this gun too is this gun has really tight tolerances, right? It's brand new, so I like how tight a lot of things are. A lot of things on this gun do not move. They don't jiggle when you hold it. But I feel like they could have done a better job on the fire selector, in my opinion, because like everything about this gun is like it's tight, like it fit, like it's durable, like it feels durable. Everything about the gun feels durable. It's just that when it comes to the fire selector, it feels kind of wobbly. So I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the only thing that I kind of have a somewhat issue. Like it's not bad, but I feel like it could have been more stiff, in my opinion, because depending on when you use this gun, right, when you're actually shooting, you kind of have to be cautious of how you move, because since it's a little bit loose, right, it's a little bit loose, so you might just skip and just go all the way down, which I know in Russia doctrine, they want you here. They want you to shoot a semi-fire, so that's why it is at the bottom. So that I kind of get. So some people tell you if you want to go with the 2-round burst, you got to slap it down and then slap it up. Personally, or if you want to go full auto, just slap it down once. So that's one of the biggest things. So I know with other AKs, you could just go fast. This one, if you do decide to get this one, just take your time. So just go semi-slow. So just kind of just slap it down, slap it down. So just, that's how I kind of get around it. So it just kind of depends on you. Like, it is easier to kind of just go down and then slap it up one. But personally, I just kind of just training myself just to bam, you know. So like I said, it's not bad, but it could have been a little bit more, stiff in my opinion. Yeah, so let's kind of get into it. The reason why I forked out all this money for it. I forked out the money for it because I was always in the market for AK-12, and I always wanted Arcturus AK-12. And one of the biggest reasons why I went with the Arcturus AK-12 is the burst, the hyper burst. Like, I like it. It's a really nice feature, which the AK-12s have these. Now, the AK-12 Gen 3s, the real AK-12 Gen 3s in real life, they got rid of the 2-round bursts, so now it's only fully, I cannot talk tonight. You understand? So it comes in full auto and semi-fire, right? And those are like the Gen 3 AK-12s. Now, I think to the Gen 1s and Gen 2s, they still have the hyper burst. And I'm talking about real AK-12. I'm not talking about the airsoft AK-12 right now. So that's the reason why I felt like, in my opinion, to fork out the extra money is for the 2-round burst. Now, granted, you're probably thinking, oh, you can't run that in the field, yada, yada, yada. I'm not finna lie to y'all. I'm running this thing in 2-round burst, a 2-round burst only, unless, and I'll only run it in semi if the hyper burst doesn't do a good job at distance. But if the hyper burst does a good job, I'm not changing. But to be honest with you, I'm 2-round bursting everybody. Like, but who's gonna really know? So that's why I, in my opinion, thought it was worth the extra money, because Arcturus is really the only maker out there, or manufacturer out there, that produces an accurate fire control group. Arcturus is really the only one that got it accurate, because most of the AK-12s that you'll see on the market, like your ENLs and your LCTs, it only has fully automatic and semi. But this one has fully, hyper burst, and then semi. So yes, I know it's weird, but when you see it all the way down, it's in semi-fire. But like I said, I'm bursting. I'm not for a lot of y'all, I'm bursting. So that's really the biggest thing that separated. Personally, if any other AK-12 came with the hyper burst, I probably would have just, to be honest with you, I'm going to be flat out honest with you, I probably would have just maybe got an ENL or SCT if they made it that way. But since Arcturus is really the only manufacturer that comes with that dually, they know what they were doing when they put that in there. Because if it was just a regular, you know, a fully automatic and semi-fire, I think these things wouldn't go like that personally. But since they add that dual, they definitely kind of sweeten the deal. So also, like, too, like on traditional AKs, one of the biggest things I like about these things too is traditional AKs is like no more side optics mount. So now I got a desk cover optic mount, and I love that because I'm going to be fully zeroed. And you know, for those that shoot regular AKs, you know that sometimes it's kind of takes a little time for you to, when you put your side optics rail on and trying to get your optic or your red dot zeroed, that can kind of take a little bit of time. So you gotta, you know, but now since I ain't gotta worry about that no more, so it's kind of like a plug and play, which I like it. But no, seriousness, I really feel like I'm gonna have a really joy with this rifle, to be honest with you. I like the way it feels. That's just kind of getting used to, because that's what you gotta look through. Hopefully you can focus. Yeah, that's the iron sights, ladies and gents. And yeah, but honestly, it's not, in my opinion, it's really not that bad if you know how to you just gotta get used to it. It's not that bad in my opinion. And like I said, I do like the stock. He kind of did that, and it kind of extends out. Hold on, I got one hand, so see, kind of extends out once you pull that. Had to get it, and then if you want it, just close it back. So I kind of do like that. And it's like I said, this does collapse. And one thing I do like about this, and then if you want to like lift it down, it's like a little lever that you push down, and then it will basically uncollapse, if that makes sense. But one thing I do like about this, and I feel like Arcturus really did a really good job, is look at this, y'all. It supports the weight of the rifle, and that's amazing. So that feature just shows how much how durable it is when it's collapsed, and how strong it is when it's collapsed. The fact that it can really hold up its own rifle. Like, see, I'm not holding up the rifle or nothing. Like, see how it's holding it up? That's tight. That's amazing. Just a little stuff. I love it. And for those you're kind of wondering, like, when you gotta get the sling, man. Slings is a mandatory thing. You gotta get your sling. So what I'm gonna do until I buy my sling for my own one, this is the type of sling that I'm using right now until I buy kind of the same color sling, just in a different color, honestly. So yeah, so this one goes right here. You plug it in right there, and then what you could do is you could also plug it in on the opposite side, because the opposite side has that same type of thing. You could kind of just plug it in right there, and it actually works. I tried it. It works. I wish this one was kind of bigger to where you could put the put this in there, but it doesn't fit. See, it's too. So one or the other. I think one's too big, one's too small. Yeah, see, it's not fitting. So, but it would be nice if that could fit too. So yeah, so this is the type of sling I'm running, and yeah, like I said, once I really play with it, I'm gonna get some games in with this. Like I said, these guns are fairly new, and if you really think like it's worth you getting it, I say it just depends. Like if you like limited edition stuff, and I did hear like once these are gone, they're gone. Like I know Evite just sold out of them, and then when I was looking earlier today on who still has them in stock, I know GI Airsoft, they still have these in stock. I don't know how many they have, but they still do have them in stock. So I say just get them. Get them if you could. I know, like I said, I bought this actually in person. I bought this in the store. Because if I could support like a local store versus a box store, that's what I'm going to do in my opinion. And also one good thing I like how this gun is weird. This gun is weird, right? So yes, the stock does, it has a side folder. It does side fold. And one of the good things about this gun is it looks weird. So basically, when you look at the pictures, it looks like it's like a compact, right? But to be honest with you, this is actually a long rifle. What makes this gun feel like it's compact is how the barrel's constructed. But this is like a regular 16-inch barrel or whatever. But really, it's the stock that makes this gun look compact. And this stock actually extends a nice distance, right? But when you keep it in this shorter form, it's kind of like a CQB weapon. And that's a nice, weird looking feature, because I know the other AK-12, like the original AK-12 Gen 1s, they didn't really, you could tell that the gun's long just because how the stock is made. They changed the stock. This stock is really, really kind of condenses the rifle, because when I looked at it online, it did look kind of like a CQB weapon. I was like, okay. But then when I bought it, I was like, oh, no, it is actually pretty long. So yeah, don't let that confuse you guys. But yeah, for those who want to know how to get into the top, all you gotta do is you just lift that lever up, you pull it out. I'm trying to do this all with one hand. Pull it out, and then this comes up. This comes up, and this is where the magic happens. To say again, this is your hop up system. It takes a short stick battery. I tried to put my E&L long stick battery in here, and it just wasn't fitting, so it definitely needs a short. Even though it does look like it has a lot of room. But yeah, this is the inside. This is where the magic happens. So in conclusion, if you want to buy you one, since it's limited edition, I say just go for it. But really, one of the biggest things that this gun has going for, which the internals, I'm not gonna lie, out the box, this gun is pretty A1 out the box. Like, has good performance parts. The parts are in the gun already are really durable. The barrel's really good. The gun shoots really good out of the box. So there's really not too much you have to get done to it unless you want to play with it everywhere, where you do have to replace the spring. Because like I said, I'm shooting 395 with .2s, and usually I run 2.5s or 2.8s. So if I'm running 2.5s or 2.8s, I'm probably getting maybe 3. If I take a good guess, probably 370 maybe. 370, 365 maybe. But then, oh, actually no. Yeah, I want to get you one, bro. I say just get it while the getting's good, while they still got them in stock. Like I said, check your local stores. Like I said, if you're not really tripping off that, you just want an AK-12, either just go to E&L or CT. But if you like that, the fire selections that the gun has, especially this one, I say just get you Arcturus. You know, especially if you want one already, just get you one and get you a special one, right? And another thing too, since this gun's expensive, only really time would tell if these guns are really worth the money, right? Only time could really tell. I know some people, depending on who bought the gun and depending on, you know what I'm saying, who has it. Some say, oh, it's a good one, and some say it's not worth the money. But really, only time will tell, because like I said, these things just kind of just came out, right? So we don't really know how it's gonna hold up really in the long run, right? But we can only see. So I wouldn't really worry about what people pretty much say. Like, if you want one, just grab one, man. It's a limited edition one. You're gonna turn heads when you pull this thing out, right? So why not just kind of just flex on people while you're on the field, like a light flex, you know, something light, something light. But also too, it's funny too. Is it LCT? Yeah, LCT actually kind of came out with their AK-12 too, but since it's the 5.56 variant, it's the AK-19. So for those who don't know, the AK-12 comes in different variants in which use different calibers. So they pretty much gave an upgrade to all the AK-12 series rifles. So this is the AK-15, shoots 7.62x39. This cartridge is still in heavy use in the Russian and Ukraine conflict. This is the AK-19. We just got done talking about it. And this is the AK-308 that shoots 7.62 NATO. And look how much more they're selling theirs for, right? $490. Now, granted, the AK-12 limited edition from Arcturus is $480. The cheapest maybe $450, and they're selling theirs for $490. For those, I feel like I should mention this, even though other content creators would go more in depth with it, but I'm just gonna kind of skate around it a little bit. So basically, the programmable MOSFET system actually comes with, so you can basically like you can alternate the modes. You can also change the trigger sensitivity, so you can dang near get that thing really spammy. I'm not gonna lie. So the programmable MOSFET system is actually pretty tight. So then you can also change the fire modes. Like, you could do like a 5-round burst. So basically, you could put your 5-round burst in your fully auto selector. You could put your hyper burst to do semi-fire. Then you could put your semi-fire to do hyper burst. Like, you can do some crazy stuff with the programmable MOSFET system, and that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the biggest gun selling points. So again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more vlogs. But like I said, shout out to all the people that subscribed lately. I'm really thankful that you guys are trying to function with your kid. We're going to function together. Trust me, we're going to function together. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And like I said, I really can't wait to really take this thing out and really play with it for real. Because we're going to test them limits. We're going to test them limits. We're going to test them limits. Yeah.
Tomorrow, I got options like my quarterback, really him.